Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Nagle Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. We have with us our Kevin and Karen Keys head coach, Niele Ivey. And Coach, great to see you. It's been a whirlwind for you, everything going on since the tournament got over with, and so many things as far as planning for next year and recruiting. All those things have been really first on your mind.
Yeah, I mean, it was such an incredible season, such an incredible year, so electric, so exciting for our program, for the team, and our fans. And you know, just looking forward to the future, excited to be back in the gym this week, and again, excited to get back on this road recruiting.
There was probably a time when season got over when coaches say, I'm going to go play golf, I'm going to go to Bahamas for a couple weeks. You guys are right back at it. All your coaching staff's out reaching out and trying to develop those relationships that wind up getting us some top recruits. But you're also involved personally with your son, Jaden, who's announced that he's going to be going from college to the next level, and that's got to be awfully exciting for somebody who's had a similar experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a just an incredible experience for our family. I was so excited for him declaring for the draft, and just excited to be alongside of him with this journey. It's definitely not new for me because I was in the NBA, so I know what he's going to have to go through, but it's such an incredible lead, the highest level, and he's living out his dreams, and I get a chance to kind of support him, and I'm so proud.
Well, I'll tell you what, he certainly worked very hard. Everybody around the arena said, I remember when he used to come and shoot. He was out there all the time and did a great job. And we're going to, in this show, we're going to go back and look at all the accomplishments, not only as individuals, but team accomplishments. And then we're going to have our segment that we do in each one of our shows. It's the Full Court Press. Darren Mabry's going to be doing that for us. So we've got a lot to talk about and a lot to be excited about right now. And we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. Welcome back to the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. So much to talk about in this segment, Coach. A return to national prominence for the Fighting Irish, 24 wins, just so many things. But first of all, you believed in this program. You knew even last year didn't have the numbers that you wanted as far as the record goes, but you felt like we were moving in the right direction.
Absolutely. I felt like, you know, our returners coming back from injury, they were hungry, and then our new additions, Sonia Citron, Olivia Miles, and Maya Dotson, just incredible pieces to, you know, the future. And they had an incredible summer. Really worked on our chemistry. They got a lot better in the summertime, and just having the opportunity to work with them this past summer was huge, and it showed on the court. And it's just a credit to the work that this group put in.
I'm making notes about all the things that we accomplished and say, well, you know, 24 wins, that's something to talk about. How about the fact that you finished third in the conference, you get a double bye for the tournament, and when you look at national things, you're ranked in the top 15, and you knocked off a number 3 team in the country. I mean, so many great things that are those steps that you know are involved in getting us to that next level. Absolutely,
and I was really proud of just the maturation process of this group, you know, coming in together, trying to figure out the pieces, getting some of our young core really comfortable, but we had so many monumental wins and moments and experiences, wins on the road, like you said, finishing top 3 in the ACC. All those experiences really helped build our confidence, and we peaked at the right time in the tournament, and going to the Sweet 16 for the first time as head coach was just one of my brightest moments of this season.
Well, one of the things, too, that we need to go back just before we talk about that great NCAA appearance is the fact that most of what you did as far as the conference and everything, late in the season you need a certain amount of wins, a lot of road wins, and had to do it with about 7 or 8 people. And everybody dug down deep and got it done, and just a phenomenal run, and so many people that helped out.
Oh, absolutely. You know, credit to my staff and credit to my performance staff. I think we all talked about Ann Marquez being our MVP. Her wife, Trish, is my MVP because she always gives me popcorn. I meant to say that on this radio show. So she gets me prepared before the games. And but no, our performance staff, they're amazing. They helped. You know, it takes a full team and program effort to make sure we're healthy, to make sure we're eating properly. You know, our nutritionist, you know, Lee and Kyle, our strength coach, all of those pieces with our staff has helped this season. My coaches, they're phenomenal, doing a great job individually with the film work and everything, but it takes a village to have a successful program, and I'm fortunate that I work with some of the best.
Came awfully close to hosting first-round action here at Notre Dame. When that didn't happen, it threw up another challenge. You got to go to Oklahoma. You're going to have to play Oklahoma on their home floor, but you got a first-round game. Talk about the mindset going out there, because we seem like we're really focused, and there's almost like a chip on our shoulder not being able to play at home.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we were so excited to have our name called. That was an incredible moment, Selection Show Sunday. And no matter where we were, if we were hosting, if we were on the road, we were locked in. You know, the group was locked in. Again, just having a chip on our shoulder for not being able to contribute and participate in the tournament last year, that was our goal. And so that was a check. We checked that off the box. And when we saw that we were going the road to Norman, you know, we knew that we had 40 minutes at a time. That's what we focused on. Took on an incredible UMass team, and then had the opportunity to play Oklahoma on their home court, and that was one of the best games that I've had as head coach.
There were some great things that happened during that time between the ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament. First of all, we got some rest. When you're only playing 7 players, rest was so important. Plus, you had some rehab time for some of those nagging injuries that kept going during the season. And we got Abby Prohaska back, so you're able to go out there with as good a team as you had had in quite a while to meet that challenge.
Absolutely, that rest was really monumental. We had a lot of nagging injuries. We had a chance to really get back to working on fundamentals, and a lot of one-on-one work and a lot of rest, and that really helped us. Again, it was a grind this season, and we battled a lot of injuries and playing a shorter roster, and that time just really helped us. It helped us refocus, got a chance to really work on ourselves instead of having a week before we knew our opponent. That really helped, and that was just a great segue into the NCAA tournament.
And you have to play Oklahoma, who's a very good team. They got to host, they're at home, and you're playing them. And one of the things, at the end of the game, you score 108 points, and people were asking me, or asking and talking about it. How in the world do we score 108 points? I said, well, I think that's how good we are if we've got rest and we're healthy as we can be. And boy, that was just a phenomenal. Of course, Dara Mabry showing off again. I guess she's a pretty good three-point shooter.
I was want to mention she was pretty much part of that. Having 7 threes, I think, that game. And yeah, it was phenomenal. Our pace, Olivia Miles did an incredible job. I think she had a triple-double in her first game, but she was phenomenal. Just pushing pace. We shot the ball extremely well, and we dominated from the tip all the way to the end of the game. And it was this great contribution off the bench. It was just an incredible offensive performance, and I felt like we really locked in defensively. They had a matchup zone, and we did a great job of beating that matchup zone. And I thought we really looked like one of the best in pace in the country.
Well, I think there's no question about it. And I think about what Maddie Westbell did when she was in there. Maya Dotson's on the bench. She's in there, and she was rebounding, and she was effective offensively. Just everybody like filling in their role, and it's like, well, I know what I got to do, and they got it done. And it was a tremendous win.
Absolutely, and I feel like this group, just with our experience the entire season, when one person went down either with injury or foul trouble, someone else stepped up. And like you said, mentioned, Maddie Westbell, she's always stepped up for us. She had an incredible, complete game that game. Really held us down that game, and just such a great team effort. And it was so fun to be a part of that win.
We need to mention some individual things because that happens when you have success as well. Maya Dotson gets drafted in the WNBA draft. We're so happy for her. We'd love to have her back for another year, but she gave us everything she had for a year, and now she's got a chance at the next level.
Yes, it was such a bittersweet moment for me because I would have loved to have the opportunity to coach her for another season. But this was her dream, to go to the WNBA, and I thought she was drafted by one of the best teams, the team that went in the finals, team that has 2 former Notre Dame legends that is on that team. So I think she's in a great situation, great organization. I feel like they got the best pick of the draft, and just excited to see her immediate impact in the league.
And she was one of our players who made the ACC All-Academic team, which I know is another great source of pride for you. And Dara Mabry was on that team, and Maya Dotson, and also some girl named Olivia Miles, and Sonia Citron. Boy, they hit the ground running, not just playing, but handling that load, that academic load and responsibilities. Great job.
Oh, I mean, it's a credit to who they are as young women. They're student athletes, and the fact that they can manage carrying such a heavy load academically, taking care of their business off the court, but also valuing the education. I mean, that when you talk about Notre Dame, it's a family, it's the tradition of success here in the Notre Dame women's basketball program, but it's also about academics, and it's really important. And the fact that they understand that and and they get credit. They get a chance to really show what they can do off the court. I think it's just phenomenal.
And Coach, we're very excited about one of our players coming in from the great state of Ohio, which is where Maddie Westfeld is from, and that's KK Bransford, who's just an outstanding player coming in.
Oh my gosh, so excited. KK just was part of the McDonald's All-American Week, All-American game. She looked phenomenal. She's going to make an immediate impact. She reminds me of Arike size-wise and a little bit of Jackie Young. She's just an explosive, versatile guard, combo guard. She's very high IQ. And she's just an amazing young woman. She's great in the locker room, and the team, we've really bonded with her through this recruiting process, and just excited to welcome her to the family.
I know when she came here to Notre Dame, you had a practice session going on, and we're hoping for a commitment from her. And she walked into practice and had a big smile on her face, and all of a sudden the entire room erupted. And there's no question, you can't fake that. You can't. That's our team really wanted to welcome her.
Oh, absolutely. She's been part of the family, and she built a great bond during the recruiting process with the coaching staff and our team, our players, and she just is a perfect fit. Off the court, on the court, high character, and again, we feel like we hit a home run with adding her to our roster.
Well, I know you've had success. We've had success here when we've had 3 or 4 guards that we can count on to go in there. Makes a tough matchup for the opponent defensively when there's 3 places where it can break out, and we've got 4 guards coming back that we know of that can score, so it's going to be exciting.
So exciting, the versatility. KK can play multiple positions. We have one of the best point guards in the country, and it's just going to be exciting to see this new group gel together.
Well, we've had some success with young ladies from Ohio over the years, and of course Maddie Westfeld is from Ohio. There's some individual things, or not individual, team numbers that really jumped out at me too, going through our final stats. This team shot 71% from the free throw line on the season, which is really solid. And when you look at what other teams think is okay, a lot of them look at it, well, we're 67%, we're pretty good. We're 71, and we had 2 or 3 players that were over 80.
Yeah, I mean, you work with them too, right?
Yeah.
Normally helping people with our free throws. But yeah, I mean, they put in the work. I mean, we try to shoot a lot of free throws during practice and after practice. But that's just a strength of ours, and I love that we did a great job of really getting to the free throw line, and our players stepping up and making those.
33% from three-point range, 45% from the field overall, which is real solid numbers. And one of the things that I really like, too, is the fact that we were 5 rebounds better than our opponents all season, even though people would think we're a little undersized, but we handled that challenge. And then this is the one that got me. We had 563 assists on the season, which is almost 100 more than the opponents had. But very unselfish, understanding what you got to do. And some girl named Miles, I think, was pretty good at that too.
Yes, I mean, she ended with 244 assists, which is incredible. And she's led the country in assists. I think she ended with 2nd in the country in assists, and finalist for Nancy Lieberman Award, Point Guard Award. And I mean, she's a phenomenal leader, phenomenal floor general, does a great job of making everybody better around her, like you mentioned, so unselfish. But Dara helped back up the point, Sonia, there's so many different players on the team that have done a great job of just finding each other. And again, when you have great chemistry and you have a team that's unselfish, that's the type of numbers that you get. And that's, for me, former point guard, I love to see it.
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, you're a point guard on a national championship team. One other thing we got to mention, and we're talking about team awards and individual awards and stuff. You were mentioned in a lot of different areas when they had these postseason awards for Coach of the Year, Conference Coach of the Year. You got a lot of recognition there, and I know that the number one thing for you is the team, but the fact that you turned it around, again, you got it going, 24 wins, double bye in a tournament. So many things that Niele Ivey's getting it done at Notre Dame.
Well, I can't get it done without my staff, so just want to thank them and thank my team. I mean, the commitment that they displayed this year, the buy-in, the way that they just, after year 1, we went back and just got to work in the summertime, and the individual work that they put in as my team, and then again my staff. My Carol, Coquise, Michaela, they don't get a chance to get the credit. It's my name that people say mostly, but I'm not who I am without my staff, and I'm just grateful for them. And this is fun. You know, I mean, it's not a job for me, and it's not about the awards. It's, you know, my goal is to win, and my goal is for this team to have the experience that I had. I had such a positive experience here at Notre Dame, and that's my purpose. And I'm excited to continue to get to work with this group, and excited to see what we're going to do next year.
Well, there's an old saying: if you love what you do for a living, you don't ever go to work, right?
Exactly.
So you're just having a great time, and we're thrilled that you're our head coach and doing such a great job.
Thank you.
And we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have our full court press, which will be a lot of fun. And then we'll also talk about an exciting event coming up involving Niele Ivey, the noted golfer. She didn't make the field for the Masters, but, well, we're going to talk about golf and when we come back. But we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com.
Welcome back to the Niele Ivey Show. This is Dara Mabry, and it's time for the Full Court Press. I'm here with ACC Rookie of the Year, Sonia Citron, and my teammate as well. Sonia, growing up you were a soccer star, you had a love for soccer. Why the switch to basketball?
I started playing soccer when I was 4, and I made that transition after 8th grade just because my love for basketball just grew. I thought it was really exciting, like the pace of it, it's just a lot faster than soccer, and I love the environment and how the crowd just plays into the game. It makes it a lot of fun.
Your switch to basketball has been pretty successful for you. ACC Rookie of the Year, prolific scorer, and you just seem to be getting better and better. Talk me through how your freshman year was this year for you at Notre Dame.
I mean, it was amazing. I've learned so much from my coaches, my teammates. In the beginning, I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what to expect, but my teammates really helped me out. Like you, Maya, all the older players, they really just helped smooth that transition. And then once I got on the court and got more comfortable, I realized that I'm just playing basketball, the sport I love, the sport that I'm good at. So yeah, I mean, I just had so much fun playing with everyone, and it was a great time.
Your basketball ability has given you some time in the media, behind the camera, and in the NCAA tournament this year, you got a chance to do a Tiny Mike segment. Talk me through how that experience was for you.
It was definitely different. I've never done anything like that before, so when Josh asked me, I was didn't know what to expect, but it turned out to be really fun. I enjoyed it, just like fooling around with my teammates and just like making jokes and just being ourselves and being able to show all of our fans like that side of us. It was really cool.
So I know you a little bit more than our fans do, and sometimes you come off as quiet. So can you tell the fans 2 fun facts about you disregarding basketball?
So I have a dog. Her name is Niele. She's a golden retriever. And I have a really big family because my mom is one of 13. So yeah, I have a huge family.
Thanks so much, Sonia.
Thank you.
This is Dara Mabry and Sonia Citron. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Niele Ivey Show. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back to this edition of the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. And coaches, we get a chance to kind of wrap up the show. We got something very important to talk about, and that is your first annual golf outing, which is going to give you a chance to connect with a lot of people in the community and have a great experience.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's my first golf outing, and it's going to get a chance to bring a lot of a lot of supporters in the community together and for a great cause. You know, I always talked about love, serving, and mentoring my team and also this community. South Bend has always supported me as a student athlete and me as head coach, and I just want to do this to give back and then again connect the community, and what a great way to do it by having a golf outing.
It's one of those things too about being here so long. It's like you've already connected with the community, but now you get a chance to support some very good causes, including the Secret Sisters Society is going to be involved, St. Joseph Health System, the foundation. A lot of great causes out there, and this is going to be a chance for people to really jump in there and help out.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it's just an opportunity for me to give back to the community, connect Notre Dame with South Bend. It's going to be, like you said, for a great cause. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hope you guys get a chance to join us. It's loveservementor.com. So check us out. Hopefully I'll see you there.
That is a great website, by the way. You're doing a lot of things with that website. This is going to involve a Sunday night dinner, and that'll be here in the Notre Dame Stadium. And that particular place is known as the Foley's facility here at Notre Dame Stadium, which is a beautiful setup. People can come and be part of that. Even if you're not going to play golf, you can still come and be part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to see everybody out in the community, and excited to be able to join these two groups together, and excited just to be a part of it, and excited to continue to serve this community. And again, I just want to thank everyone for their support of our program and everything.
Well, I know Tim Firestone out of Blackthorn Golf Course is very excited about this event being there as well. And it's a great golf course. It's a world-class course, and people get a chance to play and interact with a lot of the different people on your staff are going to be out there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm a really good golfer, so you get a chance to see a pro.
And so it's going to be a great time, the first annual Niele Ivey golf outing, and it'll involve a dinner on Sunday night at the Notre Dame Stadium and golf at Blackthorn on Monday. That's June 5th and 6th. Looking forward to it. Coach, it'll be a great event. Looking forward to being with you and all the staff out there. And that's going to do it for this edition of the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. And since it's our last show of this season, I want to thank a number of people, including Bob Henning, who handles our radio production for the show. And also want to thank Robert Campbell, who's been our production assistant manager here for our show. He's done a great job. Josh Bates gets a shout out for all the coordination that he's involved with here, and we just want to thank the folks from Notre Dame Fighting Irish Media for all their help as well. So that's going to do it. I'm Bob Nagle. It's my honor to be here with Coach Ivey. Until next time, you're watching the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com.